Hey guys, it's Brennan the Paleo Dude, and welcome back to another Jurassic World unboxing and review video. Today we'll be taking a look at the True FX Jurassic World Hammond Collection Spinosaurus. This figure has been highly anticipated by many collectors and fans, and it does not disappoint. The box is awesome. It's got the Jurassic Park 3 logo on it, and the beautiful render of Spinosaurus on the side here. Now, you can see those great big blue patterns on the sail. Unfortunately, they're missing on the figure, and I think that's my only nitpick from what I've seen so far of it online. There is blue on this beautiful illustration on the side here. It looks absolutely stunning. On the back of the box, they have it in two different poses and a close-up on the face, that great green eye. Spinosaurus. In a pivotal moment on Isla Sorna, the Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex battle for domination. As Dr. Grant and others are too close for comfort, the Spinosaurus definitely defeats the Tyrannosaurus Rex and takes the primary predator position, even securing top billing in the iconic movie logo. Interesting that they say that on the back. Well, little do you guys know, I mean, I've probably said it before, Jurassic Park 3 is my favorite movie, as controversial as that is. I love the designs. They are absolutely iconic to me, and I think Jurassic Park 3 was the first ever movie that I watched as a kid, and it's what got me hooked on the Jurassic Park franchise. So Spinosaurus has a really big place in my heart, especially this design. I think it's spectacular, and there's something about it that is just so aesthetically pleasing. So finally getting it as a Hammond Collection figure is a dream come true. There's so many little things to cut. There's some small rope holding the feet in, so we gotta just undo that real quick. Here we go. And the tail is also being held in. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like this guy's tail here rubbed on the bottom of the box, and we've got paint damage. Yikes. That's not good. There's some paint damage on the top here, some on the side. Oh, and there's more right here too. Look at that. Not up to a good start. Oof. Should be able to touch that up. There's also some damage here. I don't know why it's like that. This tail's kinda shorter than I thought it'd be. Let's compare it to the Giga tail. Giga tail's way longer. Okay. Alright. Yeah, if you connect them at the hips, the Giga's tail's just a tad bit longer. So let's get the rest of the figure out of the box. Here we go. I love the inside. You can see it's got this blue coloration, ton of massive palm fronds and other tropical plants. I think that's really cool. And there's also some sort of like compound, if you look in the back, like paneling. And on the top, you can see the top of the wall here has a fence on it. So we got a nice wall backing. Okay, so the figure itself also has some paint issues here. And I saw some pulling it out on the bottom somewhere. It's a little bit of the sail red on the back here. Interesting. But besides that, I'm not seeing, there's just like little blemishes here and there. It's a little bit more red there. But it's not too noticeable. Things I could just touch up. So let's stick the tail in. Oh, wow. Okay, this guy's long. Oh my goodness. So let's focus on the head right off the bat. Let's try and close the jaws. There we go. Beautiful green eye that follows when you turn the head. I think that's really cool. Wow. It's very bright green. I think they did a beautiful job on that. Very screen accurate. The head sculpt is phenomenal. You can see the two little crests. I think it's the most insanely accurate head design we've gotten so far. I mean, it's very close to the previous figure, but you can see the head on the first Spinosaurus that they did. It's just a tad bit larger, but overall the proportions are pretty similar. The teeth are of course bigger on the original, but yeah, there's that little hole back here that's a lot less apparent on this figure, and of course it's more detailed paint wise and detail wise. So that is just great. That is phenomenal. I love the head shape. Now the teeth are rubbery, I believe. Why is the head not wanting to open? Uh-oh. So this is interesting. There's a big gap right here. Let's try. I don't want to force it. Something about the head's not wanting to open. Huh. Okay, I'll try to work with it a little bit at the end of the video. The leg articulation is just like the rest of the theropods. You can bend it at the knee, the ankle, and halfway down the foot. The toes are all painted. Now, I think I noticed in someone else's video the dew claw, its little side claw is not painted, and they might have, yeah, they've painted it on the previous Rex figure, and they've painted it on the Giga, but they seem to have left it absent on the Spino, interestingly enough. That also is something that needs to be, I think, touched up. I got two Spinosaurus figures, so I will have one that I will add toe claw paint to, as well as the blue markings on the sail to. One side of the sail is completely clear and clean. Actually, there's a little black mark to, where is it? Right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. So there's a few like paint issues and stuff on this guy that I haven't really seen on previous Hammond collection figures, so I don't know if they went a little cheaper on the quality control. But you can see on this side there's a seam, which they've actually done a nice job on kind of making it uniform with the top, so it's not that noticeable. I appreciate that, but the seam is there and you can see it on one side. Again, there's more paint blemishes. There's some white kind of chipping missing there. The tail's very nice articulation wise. It's very rubbery and you can bend it around, and of course it's got articulation at the base of the tail. The details are great. It's got this big scaly pattern down the tail and the side of the body, and then they've got this kind of like lighter brown on the stomach, almost like an orangey yellow, then some white sprayed behind it, then white stripes on the legs, then down the side of the body and up the neck. Across the face, they've got these little dark green blotches all over the face, and then some of that on the scales on the back of the neck, which look phenomenal, and they translate great down to the body and along the side of the sail there. I think that is a fantastic detail they included. And then the underbelly is also this kind of creamy white. It goes all the way down to the end of the tail, which has a red tip, reddish orange, which travels up all the way over the spine and up to the head. I think the only thing that would make this figure better is if the sail had that iconic blue patterning on it, Not sure why they chose not to do that, if it was like a budget thing or what. They do kind of have a bluish white, I think, in between. You can barely see it, it's very faint. They've got some like orange over top of it. And then these kind of like white little stripes going down. But there might have been an attempt, but it's not visible. It's kind of fades in with the white a bit too much. Maybe it's too light, I'm not sure, but I think it's there. I think there's some like very light blue there. So that could possibly be it. The arms are great. I love the arm articulation. The claws are just phenomenal. Very beefy, huge claws. Compared to the Giga claws, you can see the hands are a lot bigger. I'm trying to get the shadow out of the way, there you go. But yeah, it's definitely got larger fingers, larger claws, bigger arms. But I think the Giga, thanks to its tail, has some length on the spina. Let's see. Tail tip to tail tip. Yeah, just it seems like half a head longer. Oh, I forgot we were zoomed in. If we line up their tail tips, the Spino snout comes to about here on the Giga's snout. So the Spino is very long. If we compare it to the Rex figure as well, and line up their tail tips, the T-Rex comes to about here on the Spino's snout. So the Spino's half a head length longer than the Rex and half a head length shorter than the Giga in terms of body length. So that's quite interesting. If we look at them from a front view, let's see height-wise. I'll do a full comparison video of this figure, showing it from all angles compared to other figures, so you guys can get a more accurate idea of the scaling. Hip height is around the same as the Giga, if not a little taller. We pose them all up a little bit, and you can see the hip height compared to the Rex is just a bit taller. But you can stretch out their legs, like you can make their legs not bent at the knee, and you know, they can all vary in height. But it seems like the Spino is more in size with the Giga figure, if that makes sense. So that's really cool. I appreciate that they made the Spino a little bit more taller and longer than the Rex figure. And compared to previous Hammond collection figures, like the JP3 Raptors, it looks very nice. They definitely fit well with that figure, detail-wise and aesthetic-wise. I also have the Cretaceous and the Ceratosaurus, which looks very small compared to the Spino, only coming up to its knee. Wow. I don't have the Ankylosaurus yet. I missed out on that figure, and because of that, it's now like $600 on eBay, so it's gonna be a while till I can pick that one up. But yeah, this lineup looks fantastic. I can't wait for them to make more JP3 figures for the Hammond collection. I would love to see another Pteranodon made. I think that would be fantastic, and the Parasaurolophus as well. So let's compare Grant to the head. It's around the same length as Grant is tall. Same with the arm. Grant is still a bit taller than the sail. And then comes up to the, just above the ankle there. Okay, so let's try and compare it to the original Spinosaurus figure. It's definitely a lot taller and longer, but you can see the original Spino has that blue on the sail, which looks very nice. And they both have that kind of white line going down the side and then the leg as well. But the head details are actually pretty similar. They've got the crest there. The tail, though, is just all brown. This guy's got the red. And then the arms are actually a very similar length and size, which I think is pretty neat. And they got the hands pretty much the same. Pretty cool. Okay, and then of course we'll quickly compare it to the first Mattel Spinosaurus, which came in gray. Just gotta make this guy stand. Such a big figure, oh my goodness. So let's compare their lengths really quick. If we put them tail tip to tail tip, we can see that the Mattel Spino original is a lot shorter, comes up to around halfway on the neck, and the leg height is a lot shorter. This is more of like a greeny gray color. They just got some white and red on the sail and neck and head, but they don't have any of the super defined white patterning. It's more of a spray on the legs and down the side of the body. So I think that's really cool that they definitely upped their paint app, even if it doesn't have that blue. The original also doesn't have the blue. So let's try and get this mouth open as well. I don't want to break it, but it seems like something's stuck. Ah, there we go. Does the bottom go any further? You can open the top jaw. It's just very, very hard. There we go. The teeth are all rubbery, which is nice. And they're more of like a yellowy color. Let's try the bottom jaw. Maybe it's also a bit stubborn. You can see inside the mouth there. That is a fantastic figure. Wow, wow, wow. Detail on the side. You can just imagine what it'd look like in photography. Tongue is rubbery. Tongue's also very detailed. I know that the bottom jaw can open. It's a bit of plastic left over in the mouth for some reason. There we go. It was just being a bit stubborn. That is a wide jaw. Wow. Let's see the Rex in comparison. There we go. Definitely opens a lot wider than the Rex. And then let's compare the Giga. Top of that. There we go. That is quite the yap. Insane figure. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad to finally have this in my collection. I cannot wait to get that sail pattern added to the figure. I think it's going to do so much to it. I might commission someone to do it. I might make a stencil and do it myself. I've got a new airbrush, so I can test that out. I just have to get the right blue and see how it looks. So this guy I've seen at 2 Targets. I visited 12. It seems like they might be restocking, I think every week-ish. So definitely continue to check your local Targets periodically, because I definitely think it varies. Maybe if they see that it's out on the shelves, they'll just go and put more up. Do not feel discouraged. I don't feel like this is going to be the blue Spino situation where it came out for a week and then disappeared. Just stay on top of your Target visits and order online. Keep on top of the stock online as well. This figure is 100% worth having. Like, I believe every collector should have this figure in their collection. It is just beautiful and stunning. Everything we asked for. Even if the sail doesn't have that blue paint, everything else is perfect. Wow, okay. I cannot wait to get out and do some photography with this guy. So I'll I'll keep you guys updated on more of the toy hunts. I have a lot more to upload as well, so stay tuned for those, and I've got a lot of other figures to unbox and review, so check those out as well, and hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.